it's I guess an addiction.
Yeah.
If I didn't get into 1:30 last night.
Alright, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to MacD. Today I'm joined by Mr. Leach, who was drafted in the Army during Vietnam, so he was in for 2 years. Let's jump right into it. So what is your favorite fast food restaurant?
Whataburger.
Okay, what's your favorite item on the menu?
The Monterey Melt.
Okay.
And quite a few on there, but Monterey Melt is probably the best.
Do you do onion rings or French fries?
French fries.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like onion rings though.
Yeah, they're really good from there too.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Yeah.
For my Christmas light show and help the kids and try to keep Christmas for the young ones like we had. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Christmas, and then probably Thanksgiving's okay, but Christmas
is your favorite?
To me, yeah,
for sure.
Because I do my light show every year, and
yeah, you do a lot of work for.
Try to have the kids something to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's the favorite place you've traveled to in the United States?
Favorite place in the United States?
Mm-hmm. That you've traveled to?
Probably Washington, D.C.
Okay.
When I was in advanced training in Fort Belvoir, Virginia. We went into D.C. quite a bit on the weekends to see everything.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so let's jump in. So you were drafted for Vietnam. So what year were you drafted in?
1971. I was drafted out of college, East Texas State University, and when I got married and went to a part-time student, they draft you.
Okay.
So, but they let me finish the end of the semester before I went in, and so that was 1971, I believe, somewhere in there.
Okay.
72 to 73.
Yeah, so you said you got to finish the semester, which was nice, but then what was the hardest thing about leaving for training?
Just leaving all my friends and my roommates at college, and just leaving, going to a strange place.
Yeah, for sure. At boot camp, what was the hardest obstacle that you faced? Could be mental or physical.
Physical, marching miles and miles with a 75-pound pack on your back. Your helmet, it weighed 2 tons, it seemed like, and my rifle, and combat boots, and you were actually trying to keep up with the drill sergeant. It was long-legged shorts, tennis shoes, and a T-shirt, and trying to keep up with miles and miles of force marching.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, okay. Do you have a funniest memory from training?
Funniest memory?
Yeah, just something funny that you remember to this day.
Yeah, probably the funniest is a week into basic training, I had to go over to the officer's office and pick up some paperwork for my drill sergeant, and coming out I ran into a captain and a colonel, I think, and I'm left-handed, and I saluted him left-handed. And he turned me around and said, "What did you just salute me with?" And I said, "I'm sorry, I'm left-handed. I'll try to learn to do my right hand." And, it wasn't funny at the time, but I think back that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And so I learned real quick.
Not do with left hand.
Not left-handed.
That's really funny. So with your college hours, did you get a chance to graduate up, or were you still private when you left basic?
No, I stayed at private first class, and through the deal, and then we were in Germany for the rest of my stay, and didn't like Germany at all. Up North Germany, cold.
Okay.
Saw the sun maybe twice while I was there.
Yeah.
Fog, and we was on a mountaintop missile site. And I was in power generation, keeping generators running for enemy fire if anybody came across the border and didn't notify who they were.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cold and miserable. But I was there for 7 or 8 months, and that wasn't...
Wasn't a good time?
No. Germany I don't want to go back to.
Okay. So did you go? Where did you go right after boot camp? You went to your advanced training.
Yeah, in Washington D.C. or Virginia, Fort Belvoir. So that was right out of D.C., probably 15 miles out of D.C.
Okay.
And it was George Washington's home area there. Mount
Oh, okay.
Vernon. Mount Vernon was the town where the advanced training site. Fort Belvoir has been there many years, and they still do advanced training there.
Mm-hmm. So how long was that? How many weeks was that? How many weeks was boot camp, and how many weeks was your advanced training?
Gosh, I think it's 3 months. 3 months basic training, and I think we were in advanced training 3 months.
Okay.
And it's so long ago, but I think that we were there 3 months.
Okay.
For both.
And then from advanced training, that's when you went to Germany?
Yeah, we flew out of Fort Dix, New Jersey, and flew to Frankfurt, and then got on the train and went to Friedberg. Was 30 miles above Frankfurt, and that's where Elvis Presley was stationed 10 years before me.
Oh.
And he was in a tank battalion there, which they had training there for tanks too. But it was basically a missile site on the top of the mountain. So it was Friedberg and Bad Neuheim were the towns below the mountain.
Like in the valley.
That's where the fort was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you go to your MOS school there in Germany, or where did you get the training for your electrical stuff?
In D.C.
In DC. Okay.
Yeah, that was 3 month advanced training to run generators.
Okay.
Electrical, how to fix them, how to repair the generators if they go down.
Right.
So we had to keep like 4 generators running all the time, 24 hours a day, in case they needed to fire these 6 missiles that were facing the border, in case anything happened. But nothing happened while we were there. I mean, it was just precautionary in case
Right.
they had somebody that they didn't identify.
Right.
But yeah, the northern part of Germany, they weren't friendly. They didn't want us there.
Okay.
And it wasn't a pleasant area when you go downtown.
Yeah.
And so they'd snub their nose if they discovered you're American or you're a soldier. And so that I was wanting to go home because it was Christmas time, and being away from your family during Christmas wasn't good.
Especially at that young of an age.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the missiles? What border were they facing?
The evidently is the enemy border.
East Germany.
East Germany and I guess West Germany, the actual wall there.
Okay.
So it was still communist controlled, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. So at the time, I didn't really realize why we were there.
Yeah.
We were just there to shoot somebody down if they came across.
Yeah. How far away were you from the border?
Oh, probably 20 miles. 20 miles, I guess.
Pretty close.
Yeah, real close.
Okay. All right. Cool. Did you ever go to any additional schooling?
Mm-mm.
Just
no. As soon as I got out, I was out 2 years, and that was it.
Okay.
So I came back home to Collin County.
Okay. Well, I guess, was your favorite place Washington or Germany that you traveled to?
Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to see in D.C. Back then everything was free, except the zoo, and you know it cost a little bit to get in the zoo, but all the Capitol building, museums, everything was free. You know, the monuments, Arlington Cemetery, a lot of good things to see there that I probably would have never seen because I've never gone back.
Yeah.
Well, I think about it, I went back one time and with some friends and just walked the Vietnam Wall and saw the Capitol and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you get a chance to like interact with like the culture there? Obviously, because you're out a lot, so.
No, we were in the fort most of the time.
Okay.
And so not much going on in the fort, but training and soldiers.
Okay. You've talked a lot about, before we start recording, a lot about your buddies. So, is there one act of courage in someone else that you'd be willing to share?
Oh, what now?
Act of courage?
No, Bill was a close friend, and he was on our football team, and he joined the Marines with Ronnie, and they were together basic training, and then when they left each other, they never saw each other again, and he was killed less than a year after he got to Vietnam, and
Mm-hmm.
he was a squad leader and leading his platoon up the mountain, and they ambushed him, and so he was killed in action.
Yeah.
And he actually saved 2 or 3 of his Army buddies or Marine buddies before they actually killed him. And so those soldiers are still come to Ronnie and thank him for what Bill did for them, because they're
Yeah.
still alive. But that was, he served his country, and he did what he had to do. But he loved the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
but that was 3 of my buddies were killed in Vietnam, and they sacrificed their life for us, and we still think about them today and celebrate their life that they didn't have.
Right, their short-lived
And,
life, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to forget their names because they didn't get to go on like we did.
Right.
But that was the ultimate sacrifice for Bill, and he did what he loved to do, and lost his life over it.
Yeah. So when you got out, how was adjusting to civilian life for you?
Oh, it was okay. I mean, I didn't see war. I didn't see, I wasn't shot at, and it was, I didn't have any horror stories to tell.
Mm-hmm.
I went back into civilian life, and it was just glad to be back and be back with my friends and family.
Mm-hmm. And did you finish up your schooling?
No, no. When I got back, there was no jobs in McKinney, Collin County, so I went to Houston and worked with my aunt down there, and got a career in Houston, and so just wasn't many jobs, So I guess I should have gone back to college, but I didn't, and I just wanted to get on with my life and get a job and have my friends back.
Yeah.
So, but I went 3 years to college and didn't go back to get the last one because I wasn't a great student anyway.
Okay. So you're surprised you made it those 3 years?
Huh?
Were you surprised you made it those 3 years?
Yeah,
So far?
yeah, really, yeah.
Mm.
A bunch of my friends flunked out of college, SMU, and different colleges, and but they didn't have to go. Their draft notice wasn't. They never got drafted in the Army, so they my college roommates, they ended up going on to great careers.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think back at them, I probably should have gone because I could have got the VA would have paid for it, VA loan,
Yeah.
but I just didn't do it. I just wanted to,
Just do something else.
do something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know you were drafted, but if you had the chance to do it again, would you?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I hated it while when I first got in, but I look back now, it's the best times I ever had in my life, and I met a lot of great friends, and served my country, and I look back now, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But like I say, I didn't want to go in, but now I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
And the experience is unbelievable. I hope I'm a better person for it than when I went in, and no, I'd do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a heck of an experience. I'd have never gone probably overseas and saw things that I probably would have never seen. So yeah, it was a great experience.
Yeah.
Not at first.
But looking back at it, you
Yeah.
enjoyed your time. Okay. What 3 words would you use to describe military life or your military career?
3 words.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. Probably 3 words. I just different kind of world when you go in, and then when you get out, you can look back at the memories you had. So just different kind of world when you're in that you weren't expecting, and then you look back and the memories are good with the people that you got to be with and train with, and make yourself a better citizen, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so different in memories is for
Uh-huh.
sure.
Yeah.
I would say. Awesome. Well, thank you for your service. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
God bless you. Thank you.
Alrighty. Thank you.